Hey YouTube, I'm out here with apparently 15 million mosquitoes and my brother-in-law Seb. Say hi, Seb.
Hey YouTube.
We're taking, this is my first time out with the U-Force on the trails. So I just want to talk quickly about how it's doing so far. And then actually Seb just got a brand new CFMOTO CFORCE 500. It's nice and clean, as you can see. And that's a 2020. He's had it for, how long have you had it? Like a week?
A week now.
A week. So it's also his first time out on the trails on that. We found ourselves in a nice place to stop and have some lunch. Thanks for the pizza. And figured that was a good time to just talk about how the machines are doing. So I will say that the fact that it's a 500, certainly you do notice that it's not a razor, and it's not necessarily as quick as some of the ATVs or whatnot that I've ridden, but 100% it's got enough power for what I need it to for the casual trail riding that I do, and even we got through some good mud puddles, and I'll include some footage of that as well, and it did really well. I felt the lack of the low ground clearance a couple times, but as long as you pick your path and be confident and keep on the throttle, then it'll get through most of the things you throw at it for sure. I love I'm new to side-by-sides, but I love having the cargo carrying capacity. We each packed a lunch. I've got a tote full of essentials, saws and whatnot, extra boots, knives, all the fun stuff just in case you run into it. Some spare fuel, because we've been out so far. It's been maybe three and a half hours. And I think that right now we're pretty well at the halfway point. So it's going to be a nice long ride. It's a beautiful Sunday. The weather, we couldn't ask for any better. What else do I want to say about this? Like I said, this is the first real trail ride that we've been on. My use up until now has been utility. It's been around the yard. I know yesterday actually we used it to make a raised bed garden for my wife, so it hauled a bunch of soil. I really like how this thing is multi-use. I love that it's doing quite well on the trails. It's only 57 inches wide, so it's not one of those big traditional utility side-by-sides that you see that have a hard time navigating some of the more narrow trails. Certainly, it's not that. It doesn't have the turning radius of an ATV. It is a different machine to ride for sure, but I've really been enjoying it. It is bumpy, so you do feel the lower suspension travel numbers. It bouncing around on the trails quite a bit, but I find if I just take my back off the seat and lean forward, that's kind of like the equivalent to standing up on a quad when you're riding over the bumps or the whoops. But I'm happy so far. I've used diff lock. It did exactly what you expected it to do. It got me out of a tough spot. So far I think this is a really good machine for just mixed use. Like I said, some work, some play. We've used the winch once so far, and it was on that. He had a little bit more testicular fortitude than I did, and tried an obstacle that I did not, and I was able to winch him out pretty easily. So far so good. These mosquitoes are driving me nuts. The one thing I am running into some problems with are with this shifter. So especially around the yard, I go from reverse to low quite a bit, and I'm going to even more in the winter when I'm plowing. And sometimes it doesn't fully engage in gear, and you'll have to like push it forward while on the throttle to fully engage it. Or if you're on a slope like this, you can really feel it's clunky. I've heard that feedback about CFMOTO before. I can validate it. Now this thing's brand new. It's got like 40 kilometers on it. So I'll, at some point, once this coronavirus stuff's done, maybe I'll bring it to the dealer and see what they can do about that, if anything. But all in all, good stuff. I'm also curious to see what happens with this water that I picked up. And I thought it would drain through, but so far, not so much. I guess I'll just have to take bigger bumps and splash it out. Anyway, so let's talk about the CFORCE for a minute. How are you enjoying the CFORCE so far?
I love it. I have really nothing to compare to.
That's true. It's your first quad.
It's my first quad.
Seb's had he's wanted a quad for since I've known you, years, and I love another CFMOTO 1000. There we go, Z-Force 1000. That was not planned. But no, you've wanted a quad for years, right? And now you finally got that. What made you land on CFMOTO?
I looked at a lot of YouTube videos and compared prices and stuff for what you get on the quad versus the prices and stuff. Like, this is from the dealership. I didn't add anything. I didn't buy anything. I didn't buy anything extra. Just
this is how it comes, eh?
And it's under 10 grand for a quad that's under 10 grand.
Canadian, yeah. Yeah, it's wild. Like, obviously this is, what do they call it again when it's 2-up? It's the touring model, right? But a nice back seat setup. These are stock tires. That's pretty impressive, right? LED. I know we were talking earlier as I was watching him in the mirror, and he has these LED. What are they? Fog? Oh, they don't really look like lights right now. They look like pieces of turd, but ultimately he has like a beautiful light setup, and he's been riding just with the LED fog lights. These little guys right here, X marks the spot. He's been riding with those, and it just looks really sharp. Like, it looks really good for a machine of that price. It looks like a I don't know, a premium machine. How does it feel though?
It feels great. It feels really great.
I found so I sat on it once, and I'm really impressed with this seat. That's a really comfortable seat. I know, comparing that to like my my wife's Sportsman, I find it's way more comfortable, to be honest. And then the dashboard. Is your key in it? Yeah. So nice dash on it too. It's a. Oh, can you? Oh yeah, there we go. It's got little LED strips in the signal lights as well. You got to pay a premium to get those LED strips in a car, and CFMOTO includes it. That's impressive. So there's the dashboard. We just fueled up, as you can see. What I found interesting sitting on this thing is the handlebar. I'm not used to seeing that many goodies on a handlebar for an ATV. It reminds me of a motorcycle, even, because you have hazard lights and signal lights and a horn and all that fun stuff. But no, it's going well. So I'll say, I think you're doing a great job on the trails too. For like a rookie who's just starting riding, you've done well, very well. But we'll get some more, like, more thorough walk around on this thing pretty soon. It's just now is not an appropriate time because you can barely tell what color it is. But yeah, we'll do a walk around soon. I think that this is a good kind of comparison opportunity because they're running pretty well the same engine, from what I understand. They're both 500s. Yours is a 2020. Mine's a 2018. I think they have the same amount of mileage though. So
we do.
Yeah, we do. That's right. Yeah, yeah, that's perfect. Awesome. Okay, so we'll get some good footage in, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you. It's me again. Same spot. It's about 25 seconds later. I just want to add one thing, that we're speaking very highly and passionately about CFMOTO. And we're both riding it. Obviously, when we saw the Z-Force go by, I got pretty excited. Obviously, like, at this time, the time of filming, I have like 12 subscribers. Okay, this has nothing to do with any sort of sponsorship or any goals to gain sponsorship. It has nothing to do with like, we have no affiliation whatsoever. I probably never will. The reason that I get so excited about CFMOTO is because we both kind of feel, and I know my brother feels the same way because he's got 2 Z-Forces, but we feel like we almost just cheated life with these things. And that's the best way I could put it, because we both got great deals on our machines and are able to do exactly what we wanted them to do. And we got great features and bells and whistles for great value. And I think that's something that deserves respect and something that we should showcase. And if it ends up biting us in the ass down the road through reliability issues, we'll be sure to report that and speak just as passionately about those. Sorry, there's a mosquito on the camera. But otherwise, we're going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and we're going to continue to be excited about it and see what these things give us. So just want to keep that in mind. Perfect. Oh, the other thing I want to mention is if you ride with anybody else and you don't have one of these, then you are doing yourself a big disservice. These particular headsets are Bluetooth communicators, so they can they can connect to your cell phone, and through Bluetooth you can actually have a phone call on it, but they also connect through intercom. And we were talking the whole way up, and I bought that initially when I was riding a motorcycle. Now my wife has one for when we ride together. Seb got one on his. It changes the game completely. And if you're not riding with one now, I strongly suggest you look at them. This is a Sena. These are SMH5s, that's the model number. But there's obviously different brands and different levels that you can get. I'm not saying that this is the best one, I have no idea. But just the technology and the ability to communicate with the people that you're riding with is amazing. You gotta give it a shot. All right, now I'm done. Let's get back to riding. Keep going, keep going. Go ahead. Rocket, yeah. Okay, go, go. Okay. Hold on, I gotta deal with this.